We got a motorcycle to look at.
I don't know if it's poison ivy or what it is, but... Stop! It's okay. No, she'll protect me from everything.
All right, let's see.
Moody, stop! I'm okay. I'm okay.
There you go.
Yep,
See it.
Yeah. Flashlight. Let me turn it on. You can, like that helps.
Oh, it's a shovel. No, I got one too.
Is it a
It's
shovel
a shovel head.
head?
It is a shovel head.
See,
Oh, it's bad.
I know.
Okay.
Look at all that, because it's been sitting here.
Oh.
I know. Isn't that sad?
Yeah. The thing is, it's definitely restorable.
Yeah. Stop it.
Right. Yeah.
It was just another thing.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool for sure.
It's worth something.
Right, of course I bought it. I have a sick disease. If it's a good deal and it's a Harley-Davidson, most likely I need to have it, okay? We picked up this 1982 FLH Shovelhead for $500 with a title, okay? But it's in rough shape, okay? I made a little clip right here. I'm gonna show you how gnarly it really is, but I still think it was a great deal and a good find. It is clearly not running. All the steel is rusted, all the aluminum is oxidized, and then all the chrome, unfortunately, is either surface rust or it's just peeling or pitted or something. So we are going to get this thing running. I have some big plans for it, but without further ado, enough talking, let's play this montage. My name is Cam, this is Gnarlies. We're doing some gnarly shit, baby. Any chrome, like this wheel chrome right here, yeah, that's no bueno. That's not puffing out, obviously. So this chrome right here is actually not that bad, and this is surface layer rust. This will come out. So will this on the exhaust pipe. But anything kind of in the magnitude that's actually peeling like that is done. All right, I'm gonna read to you guys some cool shovelhead facts while you admire this thing all shined up. So the shovelhead was produced from 1966 to 1984. And I want you to remember 1966. It replaced the panhead and it came in two sizes over its lifespan. First, it started out as a 74 cubic inch, which is a 1200 cc, that of a Sportster 1200 today. Later on, it became an 80 cubic inch or 1340 cc, which is the same as an Evo. So here's why I wanted you to remember that. 1969 is when Harley-Davidson was purchased by AMF. A lot of the people think that the AMF bike, the Shovelhead, is strictly just an AMF bike. However, Harley-Davidson, the original Harley-Davidson owners, came out with this design for the first 3 years before the company was sold. They called it the Shovelhead because it looks like a coal shovel. However, I looked up a coal shovel and honestly, I think it looks nothing like a coal shovel. But anyways, let's get to it. Let's get this bike on the lift. Okay, right off the bat, I can see water coming out of all the spokes. I'm not a big fan of spoke wheels. I'll never be a fan of spoke wheels. I think they're dangerous. One spoke comes loose from one burnout and then they all come loose, okay? Whenever you can, get rid of spokes, get some mags. You ready? Yeah. All right. All right, she's on. On the operating table. Let's begin. All right, so obviously this is a soft tail battery. This isn't gonna fit, but we're just gonna use this until the right battery comes in the mail. So right now I'm getting all my parts through Full Circle Industries. I just ordered a bunch of stuff today. Right here is where the negative cable goes, and it's gonna attach to the negative post. So I need to go find a negative cable. Okay, so I don't have a negative battery cable, but instead I got some wire from my walls because I'm doing the electrical right now. And this is gonna have to be my post. So the negative battery cable is completely missing. It looks like it's stripped out a little bit. So we're just gonna maybe build up a weld, tap that, and figure that out in the future. But for now, this is gonna have to do. All right, guys, as you can see, this is my negative battery cable, and I just came right up here to the frame. And what I did was I just cleaned off some of the rust on the frame so there's a nice good contact, and then clamped it down with some vice grips. So without further ado, we should see a light on the wall when I turn the key. Huh, that is not good. Okay, so that means we got a little bit bigger of an issue than we thought. It's not gonna be as simple as just plugging the battery in and then firing up the motorcycle. We are gonna chase down a little bit of electrical, and I'm gonna show you guys my thought process on how I go about electrical, okay? Let's go. So right now we don't have power going somewhere where we need power, right? It's gonna be very simple to figure out. Do we have power or do we not have power? Now, voltage is nothing more than pressure, almost like what's in your faucet. When you go to turn on the faucet, that pressure is released to the sink. Now, if the sink was the load, the drain underneath would be low pressure, okay? So what exactly do I mean by that? Well, we have high pressure right here, then it goes through the load, and then it goes down to low pressure. Now let me put that in terms of electrical, right? You have high voltage, it goes through the load, then you have low voltage, okay? So right now, we're gonna figure out where we have high voltage. So right off the bat, I know that this is a known good battery and I have good pressure. We'll go right to this breaker. Now, motorcycles back in the day, they didn't have fuses, they had breakers. Go across the breaker and we have power across the breaker. That's really good. So this is the equivalent of your 40 amp main fuse in some of your later model Dynas. Hey, some of you guys real quick might be confused. Well, why do I lose pressure across the load, but I don't lose pressure across the switch? Okay, well let's look at like a hot water tank, right? This tank has a lot of pressure in it, a lot of water pressure, okay? And this is a valve, this is just a switch, all right? Well, what happens if I open up this valve, okay? What happened? We have the same amount of pressure on this side than we do on this side. All this switch does is just let the voltage go through. It doesn't absorb any of that voltage. It doesn't absorb any of that water pressure. It just lets the pressure pass through. The difference between a switch and a load is, do we lose water pressure across it? Or in electrical terms, do we lose the voltage? Voltage is nothing more than the pressure. It's sitting there. And right now, the entire water pressure of the house is sitting at the tip of my switch on my sink, okay? Once I open the switch and I allow that water pressure to go into the sink, this sink is my load. This sink has consumed all of that water pressure, okay? The negative cable going back to the battery is low pressure. Think about it like the pipes in my house, okay? Once I spray all the water going down my sink right now is moving very slow. There's no water pressure to it. We've consumed all the water pressure in the sink, okay? So high pressure right here, or 12 volts DC. On the back side, 1 volt DC, no water pressure. Right here is gonna be the load, okay? Let's keep going. So the next part after the battery and after the breaker, my power goes to the switch, right? So the switch should have power to it. When we turn on the switch, power should flow through it. So right now I have to get to this switch. I have to figure out if I have power to this switch and if this switch is going bad, if something's disconnected. So let's get this tank and this ensemble off. Okay, so we got the console off and everything is looking like it's in pretty rough shape. So once again, going back to it, we have pressure, okay? The pressure is then going all the way up to the switch, right? But I'm not getting anything. However, on the other side, I am getting something if I touch it just right. I think there's some corrosion on these cables because sometimes I get power, sometimes I don't, okay? I'm gonna take off all of these and I'm gonna start cleaning them and we're gonna see if we can get this motorcycle to come on. okay? We actually don't even need the starter button to work. We actually have a good old-fashioned kickstart. So kickstart was around, I believe, until 1984, once the Shovelhead was completely phased out and the Evo replaced it. And when the Evo replaced it, you got a 5-speed transmission and no kickstart. So it's kind of cool. We got this little piece of history right here, and we're gonna use it. Emma's gonna take this Never Dull, and she's gonna clean up all this surface rust, and she's actually really excited about it. So you wanna show us what it looks like real quick and what you're gonna do. We are gonna let Emma go to town and get to work. And meanwhile, we are gonna try to get these contacts cleaned up. Okay, so sometimes I can get it to come on, sometimes I can't. All right, thanks for watching. That is episode number 1. I am so stoked about this. Hey, if you have any suggestions for the Shovelhead, put them in the comments below. It helps me out a ton if you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, because I'm trying to get monetized and I'm trying to get paid to do this so I can do more of this, and then you guys could have more stuff to watch. So cool. My name's Cam, and this is Gnarly's.